and how different communities can access or further engage in domestic violence services in ways that can be potentially life saving.
It's a pattern of behavior designed to maintain power and control over another individual's life.
There are lots of different ways that lots of different people across communities can experience DV.
We must understand that Muslim Islam is very broad. It's not only specific for a certain group. Where we see like they have a lot of shame to talk clearly about the domestic violence. The women tend to be blamed, like if she wants to leave or ask for divorce, that she's gonna break up the families. So it's so hard for these women to leave when they are not financially set up.
That perception too that people with intellectual disabilities don't have romantic relationships. They're not. Unfortunately, there are caretakers and partners that take full advantage of that. Also caretakers can become very overwhelmed with the responsibility and become resentful and verbally abusive. And
we have a lot of extended family members that live with the families in all of our cultures there.
Jumping in around LGBTQ populations, now we're looking at things with family rejection, continued levels of any kind of violence or abuse. It's that they don't know who they can talk to or who they will lose.
And they always have this fear that someone is after them to take their children.
You had said sometimes they don't want to call the police. Sometimes that's just a way in our Native community, and that by traditions in our Native traditions, we didn't beat our women, and our women were set up on pedestals.
That much more difficult for a survivor who wants to separate, but knows that as a religion, as a culture, as a community, they want us to stay together. And I would have to separate myself from that. I would have to give that up.
You're LGBT, so there's no one out there who will listen to you, hear you, believe you.
I think looking at that and working with that victim when they're getting ready to leave, eyes on that, like, okay, what you really need for your safety. This is the big key right here.
We can do a lot of work, and if they are not ready, they are not ready. We have to make sure they are ready and they take part of it.
To every person on this call, to anyone who's providing services to someone who's seeking DV assistance, that every single person is you and me.